this is Vidalk going into the end zone. Real quick drive there by the Fruitland Grizzlies, as that'll be a 5-yard score at the 10-minute mark.
And in his place at quarterback will be Gunnar Beckstead. And Coach Dilly said that he doesn't feel like they're losing a whole lot with Gunnar back there, that he's also a really good athlete as well. So that'll be fun to see him back there.
And I'm interested to see what Bruning will do as a wide receiver with a fractured hand.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Like you said, it was pointed out by Coach Dilly that this is a very special athlete. I mean, last year, first team all conference, 1,800 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I can see it. He needs to be on the field. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how they utilize him tonight.
It'll be very interesting to see, for sure.
Doing the kicking duties on the kickoff is Vidalk, as he will kick this one deep. And another touchback. So both sides, great kickers, both having touchbacks to start early. Not something you always see here in Idaho, and especially here at the 4A ranks. It feels like you only ever see that maybe in the 6A ranks.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice luxury to have nice kickers.
Other players to watch for Kimberly tonight is junior wide receiver, also plays linebacker as well, Titus Osterman. He was first team all-conference as a receiver, also first team all-conference and all-state as a linebacker. 24 catches last year, 364 yards and 3 touchdowns. Watch for him throughout this evening. As you stated, Gunnar Beckstead doing the duties at quarterback tonight. The junior, as he will do a draw up the middle. And he could go, oh, nice little tackle there by number 7, Titus Vidalk. I don't know if we need to say anybody else on Fruitland's name.
Yeah, so far it's been the Titus Vidalk show for Fruitland.
Oh, correction, Vidlak. I got pronunciation correction, Vidlak. My apologies, reading the word wrong, or the letters wrong. 4 receivers stacked on the top of your screen as Beckstead is in the shotgun. They're going to roll to his right, and he's got a man open deep. That was number 11, Johnny Millenkamp. Just a little bit out of his reach. But something that, to me, I saw multiple players open on that play. Maybe something they come back to later tonight.
Yeah, and the guy who targeted, Johnny Millenkamp, one of the guys to watch out for on the defensive side at linebacker. First team all-conference. 40 solo tackles, 44 assisted, 84 total.
Those 4 receivers up top again. This time it's going to be a swing screen. Number 0, Titus Osterman on the reception. He'll pick up a gain of about 5. Cutting the distance in half for this 3rd down. The PA announcer is going to give it a long 4, so I'll go with him. Long 4, 3rd and a long 4 here for Beckstead and the Bulldogs offense. Beckstead's going to run to his right, but nowhere to go as number 17, Aaron Walker, coming up big from his defensive back spot as a result of no gain, making it 4th down and a long 3 instead of 4. Looks like the Bulldogs will go for it, though, here. We'll see if it produces a hard count. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Beckstead is going to drop back. He's going to fake the screen, go to the middle. This is caught for a very big gain by number 1, Joe Barrett. Or, sorry, correction. Yeah, Joe Barrett on the catch. Junior wide receiver. The Bulldogs have established earlier that they are going to air it out against this Grizzly defense with Beckstead at the helm. as they hand it off on this one. Announcer jinx. On the carry was number 3, Liam Browning. Gained about 1 on the carry.
Yeah, Kimberly's taking this sort of methodical approach, inching their way down the field into Fruitland territory further and further.
Beckstead will put a man in motion, and it looks like his receiver got disrupted at the line of scrimmage. That's not going to be pass interference, as it was at the line of scrimmage. The intended receiver was number 21, Kenny Hernandez. Good defensive play by number 10, Joel Philpott, not letting Hernandez go anywhere. And we mentioned early on, Kelvin Obot, someone to watch for Fruitland. He is a University of Utah commit, going to plug up a lot of chaos up the middle. Screen left, as that ball will go incomplete. Again, the intended receiver was Kenny Hernandez. Good defensive play by the Grizzlies defensive backs as they sniffed that screen out early.
Yeah, they were in hot pursuit after Gunner. They were hot in pursuit after him, those defensive linemen.
This will be 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs after a couple first downs. Their second 4th down attempt on this drive. Hard count does no avail there, as they'll call a timeout at the 6:56 mark here in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout with you. We'll be back after these messages.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to Kimberly High School, home of the Bulldogs as they take on the Fruitland Grizzlies. We have a 7-0 first quarter in favor of the Grizzlies as this snap will be rolled to Beckstead. Beckstead's going to go up the middle. It's great catch. Great catch by number 0, Titus Osterman, as that'll be a big gain on 4th down.
Yeah, and that's one of those weapons Kimberly's looking for is Titus. One of those really good receivers for him.
First team all-conference last year on the offensive and defensive side. Someone you know Fruitland has prepared for, but making his mark early with 2 early catches is Osterman. Beckstead in the pistol will toss left. And no gain for number 11, Johnny Millenkamp. In fact, he's going to lose about 2. Flag on the play. I wonder if this will be an illegal formation. Millenkamp lost his helmet on the play as well, so he will have to come off. No, it's going to be an encroachment. You know, I was just having this conversation in our first game with our broadcast partner in the first game, Scott Burton. that I wish high schools would let them play out when there's just a neutral zone infraction. And in that case, they did. And it ends up working out in the favor of the Bulldogs. 1st and 5 from the 7. Beckstead in the pistol formation again. He's going to look left for a fade to Osterman. Just a little out of his reach, though. On the coverage was number 3, Kyson McKenzie, taking on about 4 inches. No, maybe not. Maybe that's a little generous. 2 or 3 inches taller, Titus Osterman. 2nd and 5 from the 7. They can't get a first down without scoring, even though they're inside the 10. 5:46 left here in the first quarter. As Beckstead and company will look to the sideline. Beckstead will hand it off up the middle to number 3, Liam Browning. Browning nowhere to go. The run game really hasn't gone anywhere for the Bulldogs in this opening possession.
Yeah, no, hardly. And right there, the defensive line doing a great job collapsing the middle on those guys, not letting them get anywhere.
But they are trying to keep the Grizzly defense honest by throwing in a couple of running plays. But it'll be 3rd and 5 here from the 9. As Beckstead will roll to his right. He's got a man. Oh, what a catch. Joe Barrett. They're going to give him a touchdown. What a catch by Joe Barrett. That's going to be a 9-yard touchdown for Barrett from Beckstead.
Yeah, you got to give him that touchdown after that catch. That was amazing.
Yeah, I loved how he kept his hands ready, knew exactly what he needed to do to get both feet down. On the PAT here is Eddie Paz. Paz will put it through, making it 7-7 here in the first quarter. 5:02 left here in the first, as we see why both of these 4A programs are the 4A programs you want to be a part of.
Yeah, for sure. And just more reason why these guys might end up meeting in the playoffs again. Yeah, just two great teams.
Yeah, not the first time they've met in the playoffs as of last year. Kimberly, a team that always seems to be good, hasn't quite been able to get over the hump in the last several years. Still 0 state championships in football, but looking for maybe this is the year and getting a good start on their first offensive possession, led by Gunnar Beckstead. I mean, we talked about it early on with the injury to McCrae Bruning. Who knew what Beckstead was going to be? But you pointed out earlier that Coach Dilly said that they were feeling pretty good about Beckstead, and I can see why.
Yeah, for sure. And Coach Dilly knows what he's talking about, especially with that drive that they just had. So good to see. It's a really nice luxury to have extra weapons like that. And when McCrae comes back, they might even be better. I don't know.
Yeah, we've seen 2 great quarterbacks. Vidlak on the Fruitland side, showing why he's as good as he is. Beckstead showing why he's as good as he is. This kick will go all the way out of the end zone.
All the way to the track.
Yeah, pause. I don't think he wants any returns tonight, and I don't blame him when you have a leg like that. As the Grizzlies will set up shop at the 20. We'll take a second to talk about something very important to our Idaho Sports team, becoming a power booster. Becoming a power booster on IdahoSports.com is a great way for you and your business to be seen by tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of current and potential clients and customers. And the best part, it's 100% tax deductible. Just email sales@IdahoSports.com. That's sales@IdahoSports.com. And within 24 hours, your business can be proudly seen on your favorite team's school team schedules, rosters, and conference standings. As Vidlak throws to the top of the screen. That'll be number 9, Spencer Tracy on the reception, as he'll go all the way for a first down.
Yeah, one of Vidlac's favorite weapons, Spencer Tracy, getting a nice catch and run right there.
Yeah, Vidlac not wasting any time to let me finish my ad read.
No.
But Vidlac, he again, I know we weren't streaming very well in the first possession, but Vidlac is basically owning this offense. He's showing why he was the offensive player of the year. As he will motion a man behind him. This is a QB draw up the middle. Oh, and a big hit by Titus Osterman as Vidlac was going to the ground. Not the last time they'll meet tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a great hit by Titus Osterman right there.
He'll set up 2nd and 1. Vidlac providing most of the yards. He is joined in the backfield by number 6, Killian Wilson. Wilson, a junior. He will motion Wilson, who will go all the way out to doubles up top as it's an empty backfield. Right, he will motion him back, and it's going to be a screen left as he has plenty of room to go. This is number 9, Spencer Tracy, and he will go all the way 4-6 for a 60-yard touchdown from Vidlac.
Yeah, and another quick play right there, but just got more yards and a touchdown that time around. Good play, good run by Tracy right there.
Tracy, someone to watch for throughout the rest of this ballgame, as he has been targeted many times early. Vidlac will provide the kicking duties once again for the PAT attempt. And a little bit lower of a kick this time, but still good is the PAT by Vidlac. Well, that possession lasted exactly, I got to get my math right, 1 minute and 48 seconds. So quick one.
Quick one. Quick one, just like their plays.
I was going to say, and their first possession lasted 1 minute and 59. So they're going 2-minute drill the whole game.
Yeah.
And it's been working really well for Fruitland so far. We'll take a minute to thank our power boosters. Mentioned becoming a power booster earlier, but we want to especially thank our current power boosters. For Kimberly, we have the Roof Resource, Standley, not Stanley, Standley, Vitaglow of Idaho, and from Fruitland, our power boosters are Big Insurance, Eric Dowley Family Dentistry, Farmers Mutual Telephone Company, Meridian Plumbing, and Overhead Door. Thank you so much to those that are power boosters for this football game tonight, but also for those all throughout the state of Idaho. We love the support that our power boosters provide. Please go and support them in their businesses as well. Short kickoff. A little bit of a pooch by Vidlac. Number 20. Oh, wrong roster. Will Vanderkoy. As they will set up shop at the 35-yard line. With 3:12 left here in the first quarter, as Beckstead will bring his troops back to the line of scrimmage. Both teams running spread offenses, which I love to see. Again, we saw 8-man football this morning, and so I have to readjust my brain to how many people are on the field, first of all, but also these formations are a little bit different, as Beckstead will drop back to and roll to his right. He's got a man in number 21, Kenny Hernandez. He's been the intended receiver a couple of times, but hasn't been able to make a catch now until then, or then until now.
Yeah, he finally got some open room, got a catch, and now some yards on the board for himself.
As that'll be about a 20-yard gain for Hernandez. Hernandez is senior. Feels like a lot of the names I've been saying have been juniors, but also a lot of seniors on this Kimberly team itching to get back to where they were last year in the state semifinals and even beyond that. Beckstead will hand off to, I believe it's Millenkamp. Yep, Millenkamp up the middle for a gain of about 5. First positive run play they've had so far, it feels like.
Yeah, the defensive line has done a great job of stopping those runners either at the line of scrimmage or just barely after it.
Yeah, I don't think we always give enough credit to the offensive linemen, the big boys up front.
Yeah, and that's one of the keys to the game. Joe Dilley, the head coach of Kimberly, was talking about the offensive line being able to give Gunnar Backstead some time back there since they're kind of a new group.
As Millenkamp picks up 3 on the play, this will be 3rd and a long 2. We'll see if they stick to the ground game here. Beckstead once again in the pistol formation. He'll motion Osterman, and they got Oba offsides there. They've done that on each of their 3rd downs and each of their 4th downs thus far. And Oba was the guilty party on that one.
Yeah, I just got a little too antsy. First game of the year, it always happens. One of those things you got to work on.
Now, with that being said, Kelvin Oba will disrupt many things in the backfield. Many different blocks he'll take him on. He'll take out on anybody in the backfield. Just a little jumpy there. Beckstead in the shotgun, 5 wide, as he'll drop back and look deep. Little overthrow, and it's going to be picked off, I believe. The referees will deliberate. I think they're going to call it no catch. I mean, we're pretty far away. I thought for sure it was an interception, but then I saw the reaction by number 17, Aaron Walker, after they ruled it incomplete, and I think he knew. But he tried his best to cover it up. Can't fault him there. Good coverage. A little bit of an overthrow. First overthrow by Beckstead, as he's been pretty accurate thus far. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and just lucky right there. There was no interception.
Beckstead will roll to his right. 4 receivers over there. Had Osterman open, and he still goes to him for a short gain. Was looking upfield a little bit more, but knew he had Osterman underneath. Osterman will get a gain of 4 on the play. As another 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. They've been pretty good at converting these 3rd and 4th downs thus far. Converted 2 4th downs on their first possession. No 4th down attempts on this possession thus far, but a 3rd and 6 here with 57 seconds left in the first quarter. As this will be a handoff going nowhere to Joe Barrett. On the tackle was number 15, Cooper Owens. Great open field tackle by him on the jet sweep. Did not fool the Grizzlies, and the Bulldogs have a decision to make with 4th and 13 here with 34 seconds left. And based on their passing accuracy this far, I'd have to imagine they're going for it, as they'll keep Beckstead out there.
Yep, it appears so.
Doubles to the top of your screen. Beckstead will drop back, and he'll air it deep. This is going to be just over the hands. And by just, I mean a couple feet away. But number 2, McCray Bruning. First time we've said his name tonight. As they'll turn the ball over on downs with 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Kimberly makes at the quarter break, as Vidlac has been destroying them all over the field, whether it's running and passing thus far in the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, he's already shown his versatility as a thrower and a passer so far, so they got to adjust to something, get him to slow down a little bit.
We got a packed house tonight here in Kimberly, one of the best fan bases in all of 4A, but also the state of Idaho. Many Fruitland fans also making the trip, as we appreciate them coming down to Kimberly tonight for some week 1 football. This is Vidlac in the shotgun, as I think we're going to get a false start, it looks like. Did not see who the guilty party is, but that is going to be a false start, as that'll push the Grizzlies back to their own 30. Vidlac joined in the backfield by Killian Wilson once again, as he will motion number 10, Joel Philpott, and he'll hand it off to him. Missed tackle in the backfield, but still able to stop him before any type of gain was made. That'll be the end of the first quarter, as the Fruitland Grizzlies lead the Kimberly Bulldogs 14-7. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to this IdahoSports.com game stream production here at Kimberly High School. Great first quarter offensively from both teams. Fruitland able to make the first stop of the game late there in the first quarter, as it has been the Titus Vidlac show thus far for Fruitland, as he'll throw a swing pass here to Wilson, and he's got nowhere to go. As on the tackle will be number 9, Brady Anderson, for a loss of, the PA announcer said 10. I think it was only a loss of 5, if I'm not mistaken. But they did lose some yards.
Yes, yes.
Once again, I have to thank Kimberly for having us in the press box. I'll say that a couple times. It was a hot one in Hagerman this afternoon. And even as the night dwindles tonight, we still have a good bit of warmth here in the press box, but I'll appreciate the cover for sure. Vidlac hands it off, as Wilson will break a couple tackles, but is only able to gain 1 or 2 on the play, as it looks like they were just ready to yield the possession there, as it'll be 4th and about 17, as Vidlac will drop back to punt from his own, as he stands on his own 15. We've seen Vidlac's leg in the kicking game. We'll see his leg in the punting game now, as this will go end over end. It's going to hop over Hernandez's head and all the way down to the 19-yard line, as he flips the field well for the Bulldogs offense to come out.
Yeah, and a good defensive possession right there for Kimberly, pushing the Fruitland back and getting the stop, and now the ball.
Yeah, after the Grizzlies scored on their first possession, Kimberly took a long drive and scored in about a 5-minute drive. So first drive, Fruitland, under 2 minutes, drive, touchdown. Kimberly, their first drive, 5 minutes, touchdown. Fruitland, 2 minutes, touchdown. And then we've had 2 stalled drives by both teams. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with you, and we'll be back after these messages.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Kimberly High School as the Bulldogs start their drive from the 19-yard line, their own 19, after a great punt by Titus Vidlak. It's not one that you'll put on the film reel necessarily. It wasn't high and pretty by any means, but it was end over end. And I need to try to get my yardages right. I think he punted from about the 30. It was about a 45, 50-yard punt roughly. And, sometimes all you need is the stats on those plays, and especially the field position.
Yeah, and with that punt, a nice roll, too. Nice roll down into their own territory.
And it looks like Titus Osterman is actually going to take the snap as he checks in at quarterback. As this is the first time that I've seen McCrae Bruning a little bit closer as he's on our near side right now. I can see that right hand casted up. It looks like it's his thumb. Would be awesome to see him make some catches with that cast. Oh, and it's going to be a direct snap actually to Millenkamp. And Millenkamp will gain 5 on the play. I believe it was Osterman that was
yes,
officially in the quarterback position, but it was a direct snap to Millenkamp as he stepped in front of Osterman for the snap. Timeout on the field. This will be Fruitland's first. As after not really having any stoppages in play, we have 2 timeouts in the course of about 12 seconds. We'll take this opportunity to once again thank our power boosters from Kimberly, the Roof Resource, Standley, Vitaglow of Idaho, and Fruitland, Big Insurance, Eric Daly Family Dentistry, Farmers Mutual Telephone Company, Meridian Plumbing, and Overhead Door. I'm just looking at our notes right now, and when I see on the Kimberly side, I see team strengths, team speed, and athleticism. Check, I agree. Mm-hmm. That's true. I look at team weakness. It said new offensive line and defensive line. That's what we wrote down. And I wouldn't say that they're struggling, but it feels like as the game's worn on, they're starting to it's starting to even out. Maybe like the adrenaline really kicked in at the beginning of the game and they were able to get a lot of pressure, but I can't say that Becksted's really had any pressure on him in the backfield.
No, not a whole lot. I think Coach Dilley made the point that the offensive and defensive line are the kind of a younger group, and he's just hoping that they can come along.
Osterman takes the snap again, and he's going to catch number 1, Joe Barrett. As he could go all the way, he's going to go, for a touchdown. That's a 75-yard touchdown from Titus Osterman.
Great throw and great catch. Aired it out right to him. Nice little basket catch into the touchdown. Good play drawn up there by Kimberly.
There was a flag on the play, and I saw it go, but then at the same time I was like, everyone's celebrating and the refs aren't stopping the play, so I think that it's going to be on the Grizzlies, and it was. as Paz will come in to look to even the score after that long touchdown pass by Osterman. And I don't know if I see Gunnar Beckstead on the sideline. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that Osterman was in at quarterback. I don't see him anywhere around, and he has some good height, so we'll try to see if we can get any update on his condition, as that's going to be a fumbled snap. Number 2, McCray Bruning tries to throw it left-handed because he has that cast on his right hand.
Pretty impressive it made it that far.
I mean, give him credit. But that will make the score 13-14. We'll see if that proves critical later in the ball game, as Fruitland still is on top. You could tell Osterman had lived for that moment to throw that pass.
Yes.
He was like, I'm not throwing anywhere except for as far as I possibly can.
And he definitely did that, airing it way out to his friend out there to catch the pass.
Yeah, Barrett. Great job on his route as well, getting deep enough for the catch. But then I love how he reversed fields too. He didn't just run straight. He had I believe it was number 9, Brady Anderson, on him, and was able to outrun him.
Yeah, excellent right there. And it didn't seem like Osterman had too much pressure also. So big credit to that offensive line also.
Yeah, and they have a big job today trying to stop Kelvin Obot and company.
Yeah.
And so far they've held up. Defensively now is where we need to see if Kimberly's defensive line can hold up just as well as their offensive line is. As Fruitland, with the exception of the last possession, which was derailed by a negative play early, has really dominated this game. They're going to kick from their own 45, as Paz will likely put this through the uprights. And I think it was wide right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he could put it right through the uprights over there.
Well, I mean, he had 15 extra yards because of must have been a personal foul penalty.
Yes.
And again, I'm trying to find number 5 Gunnar Beckstead on the sideline, but I can't find him anywhere. So if that is the case and Osterman is taking over at quarterback for this game, we'll see how that looms through the rest of the game. Great throw there, but we'll see how it looms through the rest of the game, because he's really important as a receiver as well and on defense, as they'll hold him off the field here on this possession. Vidlak in the shotgun. Wilson in the backfield with him as he hands it off to Wilson. Buck sweep right. He'll get his jersey tugged, but doesn't go down until about 4 or 5 other Bulldogs join, as that'll be a gain of 2. Second and 9. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Vidlak drops back to pass and is looking deep. He has number 10, Joel Philpott, just beyond his reach, though, is the pass, as it'll be another 3rd and long. The Kimberly defense stepping up here the last several plays.
Yeah, making it hard for Fruitland right now to advance the ball.
Osterman checking back into the game on defense for this 3rd down. Vidlak with a tight trips on the top of the screen. He'll drop back. It looks like it's a screen left, but nobody open, as Wilson will get open just enough. I believe the catch was behind the line of scrimmage, so that is going to no penalty there, as Wilson, with a great improvisation by Vidlac to get him the ball for a first down.
Yeah, and a big play right there on third down to get the first.
And that screen was read well by the Bulldogs, but Wilson able to give himself just enough room to once again catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage, make sure that it's an eligible play. Smart play by Wilson, smart pass by Vidlac to be patient enough to wait. Doubles both directions. As this will be number 9, Spencer Tracy. Just about a first down. Looks like they're going to give it to him as he gains 10 on the play.
Yeah, a good hard run there by Tracy to break a first tackle and get a few extra more yards.
The Grizzlies using motion a lot in their offense, and it feels like so far, whenever they've motioned a man, that's who they've been going to, whether that's been a pass or a run. Getting the Bulldogs defense moving a little bit. Vidlac in the shotgun as he'll motion Wilson to his right. Empty in the backfield as he will do a QB power up the middle, and he is going. Gets a block up there by number 12, Brant Fisher. Vidlac with a big gain on the play, as that's going to be about a 37-yard gain for Vidlac, adding to his rushing total for the game. Just as I was saying, Kimberly's defensive line was really stepping up. Vidlac able to break a long run there and bring his team in the red zone.
No, he found a way to weasel around those guys and get a nice 34-yard run.
Vidlac will go under center here. Wilson in the backfield as they'll motion Philpott over, or Tracy over, my bad. As they'll hand it off, and Tracy is going to go in for 6. 9-yard or 12-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and again,
Tracy
making people miss. Made a few guys miss on the Kimberly on the outside corner, and just was able to take it into the house.
And again, when Fruitland has been successful thus far, it feels like they've been able to get to the second level. Once they get to the second level, there hasn't been a lot of resistance from the Kimberly defense. Good snap, good hold, and Vidlac will put it through to bring the score to 20. I was going to say they hadn't put it on the scoreboard yet. I was like, I'm not crazy. It's 21-13. We'll take a quick break with you before the kickoff. Stay with us.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Once again, we have contributed to your Ideal College Savings Program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
Welcome back to Kimberly High School as the Fruitland Grizzlies put 7 more on the board to increase their lead to 8, as it is 21-13 here in the second quarter. And I'll say, this is the first time that we've seen someone other than Vidlac responsible for a touchdown for Fruitland. As Vidlac will line up the kickoff, we'll see if he puts it through the end zone for the 3rd time. As a matter of fact, he will, for another touchback. Last time they tried a little bit of a pooch kick, decided against that this time, and put the Bulldogs as they will start on their own 20-yard line. Well, a lot of offense thus far. It feels like there's been even more than what we see on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been a little bit action-packed on the offensive side for both teams. A little bit of surprise here with the low scoring score on the scoreboard.
Osterman back in at quarterback. We saw the 75-yard touchdown pass from him. Haven't seen anything passing-wise other than that. As they'll do another direct snap to Millenkamp, exactly how they started their last possession. Gain of 5 on the play for Millenkamp. Second and 5 here for the Bulldogs. As Millenkamp lines up in the shotgun, Osterman lines up in the shotgun with Millenkamp as he'll sweep right, lower his shoulder, and nearly get a first down. I believe there was a helmet lost. Oh, no, never mind. A flag on the play. As this will likely march the Bulldogs back. $10 yards for the holding penalty. You know, for it being a first game of the season, we really haven't seen too many penalties. It feels like the first game or two of the season, timing issues can be off a little bit. We haven't seen too many yet thus far, showing the veteran leadership of both squads thus far.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive, honestly. I was expecting on back-to-back penalties, just some slight mistakes, stuff like that, but I'm pretty impressed with both teams and how they've been able to stay focused on the mission ahead.
Trips to the bottom of your screen as Osterman will line up in the shotgun once again with Millenkamp at his side. Play action, as that will be first point of contact was number 55, Rocky Weatherspoon, as a host of Grizzlies cleaned up Weatherspoon's attempt there. I believe the tackle was number 01, Solis.
Yeah, but good job to Rocky Witherspoon right there, getting through seemingly untouched and making him slow down.
In real time, he's going to be upset about him not making the tackle. When they watch that on film, they're going to give him a pat on the back.
Yep.
As it'll be 3rd and 16 here for Osterman. We saw his arm last time. We'll see if they play it a little more conservatively here. As they're going to go for the same play as Hernandez is wide open and just overthrows him. Osterman had Hernandez, could have walked to the end zone.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there. Nothing but green right in front of you, but just hard to make that catch. Too out far in front of him.
And that's a perfect example of your third-string quarterback coming in and making his second throw of the game. Obviously, nothing against Osterman there, as he made a great throw last possession. Just timing can be a little bit different when you haven't had as much time to work with those receivers. Timeout on the field with 5:19 left here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
Welcome back as Kimberly faces a 4th and 16 from their own 14. This will be their first punt attempt of the night. Back to punt for Kimberly. I actually can't tell. The numbers scrunched a little bit. My apologies on that. Bruning will motion over, though. Oh, it almost gets blocked on the left-footed punt. This is going to go all the way down to the 35-yard line. Great punt by I believe it's number 8, Quentin Pettingill. Yeah, Quentin, sorry, let me say that one more time. My mouth's full. Quentin Pettingill, as he survived the rush attempt by the Fruitland Grizzlies. Maybe a little fortunate there, but that will result in decent field position for the Grizzlies. They have 5 minutes and 8 seconds left here on the clock. Fruitland did receive the opening kickoff. So Kimberly really needing to make a stop here. See if they have more time for another possession before half. Beautiful night here in Kimberly. Beautiful stadium over here too. One thing I love about Idaho, you'll find beautiful places pretty much everywhere. This is going to be a pitch back to Philpott as he's going to stiff arm his way all the way to the 42-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Almost looked like it wasn't going anywhere, and Philpott able to get to the outside.
Yeah, Philpott showing a little bit of speed right there, getting some extra yards.
Vidlac taking his time a little bit, even in this no-huddle offense. Trying to take the whole clock. Correction, it was the clock was stopped, so no rush because of the out-of-bounds run by Philpott, as they'll take a little bit more time here. One thing I love about modern offenses is the different hand signals that you'll see from coaches relaying plays to their quarterbacks. I love it. Vidlac takes the snap. He's going to swing right to Philpott once again. Great block out there by number 9, Spencer Tracy. Really making that screen pass happen. And another first down for the Grizzlies. Pass up the middle to number 5, Sutton. Sutton Fitch. Ooh, as he's going to be in a little bit of pain, it looks like, on his knee. Hopefully he can get up. Yep, up. Flag on the play, though. It looks like it's in the area of a legal man downfield. Yeah, ineligible man downfield for the Grizzlies, as that will negate the large gain by Fitch.
Oh, okay. Is it on there?
Able to gain most of the yards back is Fitch once again. Basically to the same spot he was on the last play. Vidlac in the shotgun. Doubles both directions as the Kimberly crowd looks to get hyped up by the flag runner. Handoff up the middle is Wilson, as he'll gain about 10 on the play for another first down for the Grizzlies. .321 and counting on the clock as the Grizzlies continue to assert their dominance on the offensive side. Little soft snap, but Vidlak able to find his man. That's number 10, Joel Philpott, for a 34-yard touchdown pass from Titus Vidlak.
Yeah, nice easy pass. Some good route running by Philpott. Makes it an easy touchdown for Fruitland. And Kimberly head coach Joe Dilly he was saying that one of the keys of the game is to contain Titus Vidalk and make him use his arm. But seems like his arm is doing pretty good.
Yeah, Vidlak really stepping up and showing why, again, he is the offensive player of the year. Bringing the score to 28-13, and I'll change that on the scoreboard. As we go into 2 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the first half, I want to remind you once again about our power boosters. Do you have what it takes to be a power booster for your school on IdahoSports.com? Show your devotion to your school and advertise your business at the same time by becoming a power booster. You get a large clickable display banner on every team page for your school and a clickable link with your business name on every broadcast we do for your school during the regular season and state tournaments. Power boosters are a great way for you and your business to be seen by tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of current and potential clients and customers. And the best part, it's 100% tax deductible. Just email sales@IdahoSports.com, and within 24 hours, your business can be proudly seen on your favorite schools, teams' schedules, rosters, and conference standings. Once again, email sales@IdahoSports.com to become a power booster on IdahoSports.com. Vidlak, this time it might actually be returned, and it is. The return will go all the way to the 32-yard line. That was number 8, Quentin Pettingill. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying his name. But Quentin Pettingill. I need to find a nickname or something for him. Pettingill. But good return there, as that's really the first time we've seen any type of return for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, good kickers on both sides, so a little bit of a rare occurrence there with the return.
2:44 left here in the second quarter as Osterman will take over at quarterback once again with the injury to Gunnar Beckstead, as they'll start the possession the same way they have the last 2 times with Osterman at quarterback, with him lead blocking for Millenkamp, as Johnny Millenkamp will gain 3 on the play. Again, Kimberly gets the ball to start the second half, and you have to imagine they'll be looking to, they would really, really love to score here before halftime and double up on possessions, getting the ball out of half. Trips to the bottom of the screen. As Millenkamp comes off the field, actually. Doubles both ways. Correction. Trips right to the bottom of your screen as Osterman will take the run up the middle. Gain of 3 once again, as this will set up a 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Osterman's passes, the only ones we've seen tonight from him, have been deep balls. Haven't seen any underneath throws by him quite yet. We'll see if we see one here. As he'll roll to his right. Going deep once again, as that'll almost be picked off by number 7, Titus Vidlak. Vidlak showing his assertiveness on the defensive side as well, as he's going to think about that one maybe a little bit beyond the night on what could have been. But that is going to set up 4th and 4 for the Bulldogs. 1:28 left here. should they go for it, they are giving the ball back. Should they go for it and not get it, they are giving the ball back to Fruitland. It looks like they are going to bring out Pettingill to punt. I should just say it like we would say it in Idaho, Pettingill. It's probably Pettingill, but I'm being really proper, Pettingill.
More than likely, yeah.
We'll say Pettingill the rest of the night. As Burning will motion. Pettingill will get this one deep. On the return is Wilson. And he'll take it. Oh, looks like maybe a face mask, but they're not. Oh, they are going to call it. And correction, that was number 9, Spencer Tracy, on the return. They're going to catch, I believe it was number 73, Caden Dilly, with the face mask after the tackle. I think he felt like he got shoulder pad, but it looked like he pulled the face mask.
Yeah, either way it was a little high, and Tracy flopped down real quick.
Well, and I can see the officials leaning back a little bit as if they're saying it wasn't actually a face mask, possibly. Oh, and they're going to call it a horse collar. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. They call it a horse collar rather than a face mask, as the jersey was pulled a little bit. But that'll be 15 yards and basically negates the punt yardage, as the Grizzlies will set up camp at Kimberly's 48-yard line. 1:14 here in the second quarter. Fruitland does have one timeout left. Vidlac has shown he has a good arm here, as the snap will dribble to him. Steps back. Nobody open, but he's going to run for it, it looks like. Correction, he's going to throw it. And was that caught? I believe it was by number 5, Sutton Fitch. Vidlac just kind of chucked it sidearm and was able to find Fitch. Great awareness by Fitch to stay alive in his route and not just trust that Vidlac was going to run like I did. Vidlac will toss left to Wilson. Wilson following his big lineman up front as he'll gain 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 as the Grizzlies will play fast. 37 seconds left and counting as they'll go to the no-huddle offense. Vidlac in the shotgun. Fake handoff, and he'll go to number 12, Brant Fisher up the middle. I believe this is when they'll call their timeout, and they will. Fisher all the way to the 11-yard line, and you know that Vidlac can kick a field goal if they need to, obviously.
Yep.
We've seen his leg thus far, but you would have to imagine the Grizzlies would really love to put 7 more on the scoreboard before halftime.
It is safe to say that either way, they're going to be putting points on the board, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. Could be both by Titus.
Yeah, and a great test here for the Kimberly Bulldogs defense, as they did graduate a couple important pieces to last year's team, but it's about now for them, not about what happened last year. As we mentioned in the pregame, Kimberly was able to defeat Fruitland 27-26 in the state quarterfinals last time that they met last year. And you have to imagine Fruitland has not forgotten that, and they've shown it here in this first half thus far.
Yes, that is very apparent that they remember what happened last year.
Vidlac in the shotgun, joined by Wilson as he's going to throw a fade, it looks like, to Philpott, but just a little bit deep. Plenty of time, though, still on the clock. 17 seconds. There's only 2 seconds run off the clock there. 2nd and 10 from the 11. They can still get a first down without scoring. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Vidlac to Philpott in the corner. I believe they're going to give him the touchdown. Yes, they are. 11-yard touchdown pass
Yeah, an excellent awareness from Philpott to know where the line was out of bounds and get his feet in for that touchdown. Taking his time, catch the ball, get his feet in bounds. Good play right there by Fruitland.
Philpott with his second touchdown in about a 3-minute span. Vidlac will set up for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, and kick is through the uprights, bringing the score to 35-13. And what a turn of events the second quarter has been. As with 9:51 left in the second quarter, it was 13-14 in favor of Fruitland. The missed PAT since then has been a 21-0 run by the Fruitland Grizzlies, showing why they are one of the top teams in the 4A ranks. Quick shout out once again to our power boosters from Kimberly the Roof Resource, Stanley, and Vitaglow of Idaho. From Fruitland, Big Insurance, Eric Daly Family Dentistry, Farmers Mutual Telephone Company, Meridian Plumbing, and Overhead Door. Thank you once again to our power boosters, and please go out and support them as well. Again, 35-13 here, 11 seconds left. I'd have to imagine that the Bulldogs will likely just take a knee, as the squib kick will be fielded by Tucker Murillo. We'll see if the Bulldogs run anything here with 10 seconds left and a second quarter that really has gotten away from the Bulldogs.
Could be anything right here with just 10 seconds. Maybe they pull a fast one on Fruitland, get a nice score before the half. That would be a big momentum swing for them if they could get that.
Oh, Osterman breaking loose. 3, 2, timeout, I'm sure, by Kimberly. They get it with 1 second left. Great run by Osterman. 1 second left on the clock.
Yeah, excellent run by Osterman, and good job to the Kimberly coaching staff for getting that timeout in time.
One second left here as the Kimberly Bulldogs are on their own on the Grizzlies' 44-yard line. Bruning has shown his arm strength. My mistake. Osterman has shown his arm strength a little bit, but it looks like they're actually going to bring in number 10, Cy Walker. He's a senior. Must be the deep arm quarterback. As he's going to drop back, and he's going to chuck it. This is to number 1, Joe Barrett. I heard a couple people say, pitch it, to Hernandez standing right there. But to no avail as the half ends with a score of 35-13. Stay with us after these halftime messages. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valley-wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Once again, we have contributed to your Ideal College Savings Program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
At Valley-wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 360.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. but I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn.
Once again, we have contributed to your Ideal College Savings Program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Kimberly High School, as the Fruitland Grizzlies have really had themselves a first half leading the Kimberly Bulldogs 35-13 here in week 1 action. A lot to say about Titus Vidlak. There's a reason he was the Offensive Player of the Year. There's a reason he threw for 2,000 yards. There's a reason he ran for 500 yards and had 33 total touchdowns last year, but I can also say he's made his impact on defense as well, and he's been the show so far for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and it's been exciting to see going into this, researching this about Titus Vidlak. He's done everything that he's lived up to do, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Showing his versatility on offense and on defense, I will say. But yeah, just exciting to see. Definitely proving why he was Offensive Player of the Year last year.
Well, and if you're a Fruitland Grizzly fan, and if you're head coach Jordan Gross, there's a little number next to his name that says grade 11. And I think that's something that they have to be excited about, because even as a junior, we saw what he did last year as a sophomore, but even what he's doing now in his first game as a junior, we see the impact that he's making. On the Kimberly side, pretty good first quarter, good start to the second quarter with a 75-yard pass from Titus Osterman. But really the difference in the game, we talked about this during the break just off air, the big difference in the game was when quarterback number 5, Gunnar Beckstead, went down with an injury. We didn't see the injury happen. We just saw Osterman go in at quarterback, and I still have not seen Gunnar Beckstead back on the sideline.
Yeah, kind of interesting right there, but that was for sure the turning point in this game that allowed Fruitland to get a little bit of a larger lead on Kimberly at this point, going into halftime, now going into the third.
Yeah, and Osterman, honestly not doing too bad of a job back there. It just changes the offense so much. I mean, if you think of the first 2 or 3 possessions from the Bulldogs, it was pass, 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 pass with a sprinkle of run. And then it's completely changed to run, 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 run with only deep passes, basically. And even though there's been some positive plays, they haven't really been able to string together multiple positive plays as well. So we'll see what they do in this second half as we have about 2 minutes left here with halftime, as they've added a little bit more time on the clock. Let's take a look at our Friday Night Flash. This is found on IdahoSports.com, showing you scores from all around the state of Idaho on Friday night, and we'll call it Saturday as well. It's still technically a weekend football game. We'll look in the 4A ranks. Results from yesterday. American Falls defeated Soda Springs 47-0. Teton defeated Declo 33-12. Filer all over Wendell 61-0. Grangeville 26-20 over Moscow. North Fremont over South Fremont 40-6. Payette defeated Parma 41-0, and Homedale took down Snake River 31-6. You can always find the Friday Night Flash on IdahoSports.com, updated as regularly as our staff can manage it on Friday nights, providing you updates all across the state of Idaho. And as we near the end of this first half, we'll take a quick break and be back with some second half action here on IdahoSports.com.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Welcome back as we start second half action here on IdahoSports.com in a joint Treasure Valley game night and Magic Valley game night between the Fruitland Grizzlies and the Kimberly Bulldogs. A beautiful night here in Kimberly. 86 degrees, and it still feels like about 112, but I mean, 86 sounds good too, as we are starting to near sunset. And just a beautiful venue, beautiful location as well here in Kimberly. We'd like to thank Kimberly for welcoming us to come and do their game tonight. Kickoff by Vidlac. It was touched, so it was not touched, they'll say. I thought it was touched by number 10, Cy Walker.
Yeah, it looked like 2 people had their hands on the ball there. Just went through them, but allegedly not.
And I'm sure the Bulldogs will take that instead of a safety, starting at the 20-yard line. Titus Osterman back there at quarterback as the second half begins. Doubles to both directions. They've started each drive with Osterman back there with a direct snap to Millenkamp. We'll see if they do the same here, as this will be Osterman going up the middle, actually. First to make contact was number 58, Gavin Boudreau. Gain of 3 on the play for Osterman.
Pretty good run there, but give credit to the defensive line for sliding over and clogging those holes, making it harder for those runners.
Yeah, up by 22. You have to imagine a 3-yard gain the Grizzlies can live with, as Osterman will go to the outside. Looks like there's going to be a hold. I think it's going to be on number 59, Taden Stringham, who will be the guilty party. As the the raffle for free meal at the concession stand is starting to say. I'm going to see if I won. I did not win, but always worth a shot. 2 years ago at the Rocky Mountain Rumble at Madison High School, there was a raffle for a Jeep, and I really wanted to win that Jeep. I put in some more money than I should have into it. Did not win, but a cheerleader from Madison actually ended up winning, so that was pretty cool. As Osterman plows his way for a first down. Broken play, but able to still, or sorry, my bad. That was I forgot about the penalty right before. That was a hold before, so it will be 3rd and 5 as Osterman sets himself up for a better 3rd and short. Osterman I assume not exactly how he expected his game to go tonight, being behind center. As it looks like it'll be a false start on the Bulldogs, marching them back to the original line they started at.
Yeah, a good hard count there, but kind of shot themselves in the foot on that one. They got Fruitland to jump, but they jumped as well.
And I really wonder what it's like for McCray Bruning here. He's at the bottom of your screen, knowing all that he did last year as quarterback and having to kind of watch. I mean, he's in the game, but as Osterman able to break some tackles. Oh, he pitches back to Millenkamp. Great pitch, but making the tackle is big number 72, Kelvin Obot, the University of Utah commit. Not giving up on the play. Gain of 6 as it'll make it a short 4th down from their own 26. I would expect them to be punting, but we'll see if they try a hard count first. And they'll stay out there. Big 4th down here for the Bulldogs. Down by 22 here in the 3rd. Play call comes in to Osterman. Hard count once again, and they'll call a timeout. Great discipline by the Grizzly defense. We'll take the timeout with you. We'll be back up to these short messages.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Fake punt right. Oh, did Pettengill get it? I don't believe he did. We'll see where the spot is. Oh, I think they're going to give it to him based on where he's standing right now. First down, Kimberly.
Wow.
Fake punt there for Pettengill. I'm going to say his name. Man, I'm really struggling. Pettengill.
Yeah, that looked short to me, and it seemed like pretty good pursuit by the Fruitland, but got the first down. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, near side official right there on the play, so had the best perspective. Saw something. Must have stayed in bounds a little bit longer than the view from up top. Mellencamp will take the Direct snap, and he's trying to get outside, but is unable to do so. And he'll return back to the original line of scrimmage, resulting in 2nd down and 10 here. 8:30 left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, not a whole lot of explosive run plays out of Kimberly. Give credit to Fruitland for being able to contain them and not let him get on the outside.
Millenkamp limping off the field. The last thing you want to see as a Bulldogs fan, as Millenkamp has been a good burst of energy on both sides of the ball. Maybe a little bit of a cramp as he looks to the back of his calf, it looks like. Osterman rolls to his right as he's going to find Bruning. Bruning with his first catch of the ball game, but there is a flag on the play as it'll be another hold for Kimberly.
Yeah, and a tough break right there. Get a pretty good play right there, but holding.
Looks like Bruning maybe also cramping just a little bit as well. First game, it always feels like there's a lot of cramps in first couple games. I mean, it's a hot night, and first time playing at full speed. As it looks like Bruning's going to be all right, just stretching it out. Millenkamp doing the same. Osterman in the shotgun, joining the backfield by Liam Browning. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Osterman up the middle. Gain of 3 on the play. Or gain of 4 on the play, they're going to give him. As it'll be a 3rd and long. 3rd and 16. As this Kimberly offense hasn't quite gotten going here in the second half so far. They've possessed the ball for quite some time. It's already been 3.5 minutes, and really they've only gained 4 yards.
Yeah, it's been slow going for them so far.
Rolling to his right is Osterman as he's going to look for Hernandez and just underthrows him. As this will result in a 4th and 16, no doubt a punt situation. I'd imagine we're not going to see a fake here by Pettengill. Because it feels like the energy's kind of died out in the stadium.
It definitely has. I would say so. Got the fake punt. That was a little bit of excitement, but really to no avail at all, it seems.
Rolling to his left is Pettengill. As he's going to boot this one. Great punt. Back to receive is number 9, Spencer Tracy. And he's going to, I think he was out of bounds a little bit earlier than where he finished. Spencer Tracy having himself a night as well. He had a 60-yard touchdown reception early on. And we don't have official stats up here, but it feels like he's over 100 yards receiving throughout the night. If he had 60 on that first catch, been involved a lot throughout this evening.
Yeah, if I had to put money on it, he is definitely up there in the triple digits of yardage and making a difference out here. Kind of showing the powerful running and evasion skills that he has, and being a nice target for Vidluck.
First and 10 at their own 44 are the Grizzlies as Vidlac joins in shotgun. Lights are on tonight. Something I love to see. I love even Saturday night lights. I like Friday night lights more, but Saturday night lights, I love it too. As this will be a handoff up the middle to Wilson. Killian Wilson really doing his job tonight of providing enough of a run game to really open up the passing game for Vidlac.
Yeah, one thing about these rushers for Fruitland is they run the ball hard and have no fear when they're going up against these Bulldogs, it seems.
Shotgun formation once again, trips to the bottom of the screen as the ball will be dribbled to Vidlac once again. This catch is going to be by Tracy as he's going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, but still only gain a yard. I think he might be just short of the first down, depending on the spot. No, I think they're going to give it to him. Nope, they'll call it 3rd and inches. This has been Killian Wilson time thus far for Fruitland. As Wilson will take the carry, and he's got more than just inches with the gain of about 10 on the play. As the Grizzlies continue to take the air out of the stadium.
Yeah, just more solid running by Wilson there. Doing a great job.
First and 10 for the Grizzlies from their own 36, 4:34 and counting here in the 3rd quarter, as there has not been any scoring, but still a dominant quarter by the Grizzlies, as this will be a swing pass out to Philpott. First time we've called his name here in the 2nd half. Philpott did have 2 touchdowns right at the end of the 2nd quarter. And again was a player that Kimberly put down as a player to watch and try to minimize as much as they could coming into this one. Vidlac will give instructions to his lineman and drop back into shotgun once again. Handoff up the middle to Wilson as he'll break through for about a gain of 3. Setting up a 3rd and about 8. You know, I'm even just looking at the touchdowns, and most of them are longer touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And this quarter has really felt more like a snail's pace.
Yeah, in the first half, there was quite a few breakaway plays on both sides, opening up these scores that we have now. Definitely slowed down at this point.
And a heavy diet of runs as Wilson will power forward just about for the first down. It's going to end up being about 4th and a long 1. Have to imagine the Grizzlies will be going for it on this one, as they've proved they can gain a yard.
Yeah, doing a great job on the ground and pound game, just wasting time on the clock and getting those yards. See if they can convert right here.
Yeah, this quarter really could be a 2-possession quarter, as Kimberly kept it for about 4 minutes. Vidlac keeps this one, breaks it up the middle, and he's going to go all the way. That's going to be a 27-yard touchdown run for Titus Vidlac.
And making it look pretty easy as well. Seemingly untouched the whole way. Now he's going to line up to kick. Get some more points on the board.
Yeah, and he's really been Mr. Do-It-All for Fruitland. Player that that all the state of Idaho has on notice, and he's proving why tonight as he puts it through the uprights once again, making the score 42-13 in favor of Fruitland. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more action here on IdahoSports.com in just a moment.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
And welcome back to Kimberly High School. As a little pooch kick was done there. This was not Vidlac, actually. They did the kicking duties on that one. I believe it was number 15, Cooper Owens. 6'1", 180, sophomore. Man, that's a good size. That's what I was as a senior.
Same here.
And impressive. And this team, I mean, if you just look down the roster, there's a lot of 10s and 11s on Fruitland's side. And that's what you love to see in a program. A lot of 11s as well on Kimberly's side, and a good group of seniors as well. And even though, it's 42-13 here in the third quarter, Kimberly has a great team. It's just, it hasn't been their night tonight.
Yeah, to that point, Backstead being out of the game has really affected him.
And it looks like they're going to go to Cy Walker now for a second time in. And he's going to make a deep pass to Bruning. Bruning comes down with the catch. Looks like he maybe cramped up just a little bit again. Is able to make the catch.
Yeah, big credit to him with the cast on, making a little cradle catch right there. Some good yardage for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and anything they can do to get Bruning involved is gonna be a positive for the Bulldogs, not only tonight but through the season as well. Not sure how long the prognosis is on his hand injury. I'm not sure if it's a 4 to 6 weeks thing or if it's a full season thing.
Yeah, you just hope he can recover quick because it's an athlete Kimberly needs.
Walker will hand off to Browning up the middle. Browning, really some positive offense for the Bulldogs. First time we've said that in about a quarter and a half, maybe 2 quarters roughly.
Yeah, a good pass and a good run right there, back-to-back first downs for Kimberly.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, assuming this injury to Beckstead that we don't really know what happened is something that he won't be able to come back from, not only obviously tonight, but going forward. You have to see, if you're Coach Dilly, what Cy Walker can do back there, and we've seen 2 positive plays from him so far. And again, I think one of the greatest strengths of it is it puts Titus Osterman back at receiver, where he can really be dangerous, as the snap is fumbled, and I think that's actually going to go towards Fruitland. It is. As on the recovery is number 55, Rocky Weatherspoon, the big 6'3", 255 defensive lineman, taking care of the loose snap there as things continue to go downward for Kimberly.
Yeah, we might have got a little bit of ahead ourselves with those 2 first downs and then a fumble right there. It's rough for the Bulldogs right
and
now.
Walker is the 4th string quarterback, and I'm not sure when the injury happened to Bruning exactly. When we reached out to the coaches a couple weeks ago in preparation for the season, Bruning wasn't listed on any type of injury report. And then when we reached out to them again this week in preparation for this game, that is when we found out about the injury. I don't know how recent it was, but you have to imagine Walker hasn't taken many reps at quarterback in the last several years even.
Yep.
As Vidlac will find his receiver, number 12, Brant Fisher, and a great leg tackle there by Titus Osterman, as he'll limp off the field too. The cramps are really catching the Bulldogs tonight. A lot of calves, a lot of hamstrings. And again, it's hot, And I've been here before when you're down by a lot too. It seems like the injuries come a lot more often, and especially those cramps. The adrenaline doesn't take it as far as it seems. We are going to wind down here on the end of the third quarter. It is all Fruitland here as they lead the Kimberly Bulldogs 42-13 as we head into the fourth quarter. Stay with us for the fourth here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back as we start the fourth quarter here. Titus Vidlak in the shotgun as he will hand it off to Wilson. Killian Wilson with the gain of 2 back to the original line of scrimmage as it'll be 3rd and 10. That actually might not have been Wilson on the carry. I'm looking. I think it might have been Cooper Owens, actually, number 15. I've just gotten used to Wilson being the one back there.
Yeah.
As Wilson gets a much-needed break. 3rd and 10 here. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Vidlak rolling to his right as he'll just a little bit out of the reach of his tailback, number 15, Cooper Owens. And this will be Fruitland's second punt of the ball game. Last time, Vidlak flipped the field completely as he was standing on his own 15 and the ball landed about at the 19. Last time with more of a rugby punt. We'll see what he pulls here. Back to receive for the Bulldogs, I believe, is Browning. More traditional looking punt here. Still end over end as it'll go out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will set up shop at the 40-yard line, their own 40. This fourth quarter, even though they're down by 29, you'd have to imagine they're looking for any type of positive momentum on offense that they can garner.
Yeah, maybe if you're Kimberly, you try and throw out some different things just to see if they work. Maybe get some other guys in there to get them some experience at this high level.
Yeah, and at the same time, try to find a rhythm for your guys that will be having the ball, but obviously don't want to push them beyond, as we see a lot of different Bulldogs limping out there due to the heat. Walker will once again take the helm in the backfield as he'll sweep to his own left. Oh, and he is hit hard. 10-on-10 crime right there for Joel Philpott as he takes down number 10, Cy Walker.
Yeah, excellent pursuit and an even better tackle right there. That was great right there. Great defensive play.
Philpott, the junior, 2 touchdowns on the night, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, showing how good he is on the defensive side as well. Haven't really called much of his number as a defensive back, as most of the damage has been done up the middle by this Fruitland defense, and especially their defensive line. I'm going to try to pull out their height and weight here in just a moment, but their average height and weight on the defensive line is huge. Walker's going to roll to his right, and completed pass to Joe Barrett. Barrett has two touchdown receptions on the night for the Bulldogs, and the only 2 scores for the Bulldogs on the night, as he picks up about 7 on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs, and what you would have to consider a critical 3rd down to just keep any type of momentum going here in the 4th. And again, Walker, I mean, I'm just looking at ages. Walker is a senior. McCrae Bruning, a senior. So you have to imagine they played together all growing up. More than likely, Walker didn't play a lot of quarterback with Bruning at the position, as he'll hand it off up the middle. Exploding out of the backfield was the running back, Carson Williams. First time we've called his name tonight, number 22, Carson Williams. He's a junior, and he had a lot of speed and power as he came out of the backfield.
Yeah, that was a great run. Probably one of the better up-the-middle runs from Kimberly tonight, getting the first down.
Yeah, and credit Kimberly's offensive line there, as they've been through it tonight, battling the big boys up front from Fruitland. I'm just going to quickly go through these stats. Kelvin Obot, 6'6", 290. 55, Rocky Weatherspoon, 6'3", 255. Levi Morales, 6'1", 300. That's the starting defensive line for the Grizzlies, and the Bulldogs have had their work cut out for them because of it. As Walker rolls to his left, he's going to find some open fielders. He's going to go out of bounds, I believe. He will be pushed out of bounds by number 13, Morgan Pettit. First time we've called Pettit's name tonight. But that'll be a gain of about 15 and a first down for the Bulldogs as Walker continues to impress.
Yeah, another good run right there for Kimberly.
And again, Walker, we don't know what the future of the Bulldogs season looks like yet at quarterback, with the injury to Gunnar Beckstead. Not to continue to beat the drum, but what can Cy Walker bring to the Bulldogs offense, we will continue to see throughout this 4th quarter. As snap will come back to him nice and hard, as he'll air it deep to Barrett, but it's going to be an underthrow.
Some disgruntled fans after that play.
Yeah, hoping for a flag. I think if the throw is a little bit more in the direction of Barrett, it was just a little bit too much to the middle of the field, I believe, to warrant a flag. But good, it was a pretty good sell job by Barrett, because he knew that there was no chance he was going to be able to get the ball, so he stuck his arms out. I think, again, if the throw was just a little bit closer to him, he would have warranted the call there. Second and, I believe it's second. Yep. 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs, as Osterman will take over at quarterback once again. Direct snap up the middle. Gain of about 6 on the play, and I think that's going to be a targeting penalty.
Yeah, just coming in a little late on that one. Number 17. Where is he? Aaron Walker. Right idea, but just a little late on that one.
Had his head down, and that's always going to warrant a targeting.
Yeah.
Lucky for him, in high school football, that does not warrant an ejection like it does in college football. That will be 15 yards added onto the run as the Bulldogs continue to march. Pretty good drive by the Bulldogs. as we've seen a mix of Osterman now and Walker in the backfield. Looks like Walker's going to come back out there, though, for this first down on the 15 as they enter the red zone for the first time in quite some time. Oh, correction. It'll actually be Osterman as he'll roll to his right. He does have a man open if he sees him, and he's going to loft it up. It's going to be picked. And and Osterman makes the tackle with his helmet off, and that had to hurt. He's going to get a flag for doing so, and more than that, as he definitely felt that.
Yeah, that's a rough one right there.
I couldn't tell who got the interception. I think it was Sutton Fitch that had the interception. Good play by him. Osterman really trying to make a lot happen on the throw. Was just a little bit late.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of Grizzlies around the play. Ultimately, you really just hope that Osterman is okay, as they cannot afford to lose another weapon to this Bulldog squad. We'll take a break as they tend to Osterman. Stay with us here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Titus Osterman was able to walk off on his own power, thank goodness, for the Kimberly Bulldogs. But another victim of the cramps that have really been just taking on for the Kimberly Bulldogs. I'd imagine we won't see much more of Osterman tonight with 7:27 left on the clock. 42-13 here for the Fruitland Grizzlies. As I just realized that I haven't switched the scoreboard over to the fourth quarter. I'll do that right now real fast.
And real quick, some big credit to Osterman on that play. With no helmet on, making the tackle, although it did end up being a flag, that deserves some big credit right there for making the tackle without a helmet on. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, you can't do that, but also, I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a handoff up the middle. Once again to Cooper Owens. Owens, sophomore, getting a little bit more action here in the fourth quarter as he gives Killian Wilson a very well-deserved blow after he had a great night on the ground. As we're getting eaten alive by bugs up here.
Yeah.
In this, I just sitting here swatting bugs up here in the press box. I don't think they're mosquitoes, but they are getting a little pesty up here.
They do seem to like us.
Vidlak in the shotgun. He's going to swing pass to the right. This is Browning. Browning breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and is brought down by number 12, Brant Fisher. As I continue to try to find a solution to these bugs. Turned off the main light, turned on a flashlight, and I'll just squint the rest of the night through the call sheet. Vidlak in the shotgun, trips to the top, and he didn't expect the snap to come, but nonetheless, he hands it off to Cooper Owens.
Yeah, a little bit.
Owens was like, "What do you want me to do with it?"
Yeah, a little bit of confusion, but thankfully no turnover, anything like that for Fruitland. Loss of yards, but not too big of a deal considering the scoreboard.
Yeah, the only thing was hurt was Owens' stat line a little bit.
Yeah.
But, those plays happen, and those are types of plays that you hope you can just kind of eliminate throughout the first game or two of the season. Fortunately for Fruitland, it happens when they're up 42-13 here. Hard count. As Vidlak drops back to pass, nobody open, so he's going to run, and he goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Looks like they're going to actually spot him back at the 50. As it will be 3rd and 17. 3rd and 15. They just changed the scoreboard. 3rd and 15 for the Grizzlies here. 4:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Make sure you stay with us even after the game ends as we award our player of the game. IdahoSports.com player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game. Stay with us. I think most people watching this game have an idea of who is going to get our player of the game nod, but stay with us to find out who that is. 4:11 and counting as Vidlak takes the snap. He's going to drop back, play action. No one open, so he's going to run with it again as he picks up about... Oh, they're going to actually give him the first down. I thought he was about a yard short, but they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, he was tiptoeing right at the end there to get the first down, it looked like.
Yeah, and held out the ball. I have to imagine Fruitland fans, as Vidlak runs up 42-13 with 4 minutes left in the ball game, they're all holding their breath.
Yes.
In hopes that nothing crazy happens for him. As I imagine we'll see a heavy diet of Cooper Owens runs here in these last 3.5 minutes. But no, they're going to swing pass to Browning, I believe, was the intended receiver, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, just a little slippage on the catch.
And honestly, might have been better off not catching that, as that would have been a 2-yard loss, but that does stop the clock at 3:25 here in the fourth quarter. Looking ahead into next week, Fruitland will be at Emmett, and Kimberly will be at home once again against Layton Christian Academy. Both teams, I'm sure, going to try to make adjustments, but Fruitland thus far has been able to show why they are one of the top ranked teams in the state. On Kimberly's side, they really have a good team. They really do. It's just the quarterback position has really, you don't plan for your 4th string quarterback to play in your season opener, and that's honestly killed the momentum of the defense as well, because they've had to be on the field so much today. Obviously, kudos to Titus Vidlak and company for what they've done on offense, but this Kimberly defense has just, they play both ways, and they've been busy tonight. As that'll be a breakaway touchdown run. Oh, just short of the goal line, it looks like. Was Philpott looking to get his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, but he's going to be stopped on the 1.
Yeah, and that was good pursuit by Quentin right there to not allow the touchdown. Still playing hard in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's the type of play that you show on film tomorrow, or not tomorrow because it's Sunday, but on Monday at film for the Bulldogs. You don't quit until the game's over, no matter what the score is. Great example there by Pettingill. Vidlak once again will be in the shotgun. See if he hands it off to Owens. Looks like they're trying to get a little bit more passing momentum here in the fourth quarter. They've been doing a lot of passing. Owens will take this one though, and he will reach pay dirt for a 1-yard touchdown with 1:53 left on the clock. Owens showing that the Grizzly running back room is not just a one-man show with Killian Wilson. He's joining the party as well, as they're going to bring in a different kicker. I think it's actually Owens.
Yeah, it is.
And Owens will put it through the uprights as well. He's showing it's not just a one-man kicking crew as well.
Yeah, a lot of versatility from Fruitland in this game. Little preview for what the season's about to show and what they can do.
I don't know why, but I just love when teams have a good kicker. I just love it. It makes the game so much more interesting, I feel like, because I've watched a lot of games in high school football over the years. I played in a lot of games as well when I was, back in the good old days. We had a decent kicker. We played teams that had pretty good kickers sometimes, but it felt like even when we played teams that had a good kicker, when I broadcasted for games that have had a good kicker, it just makes the game more, I don't even know what the word is, but it's exciting because when they get inside the 20, you go, okay, are we going to see a field goal? Okay, are we going to see, every time it's a PAT, you're not thinking, well, how is this going to be? How ugly is this kick going to be?
Right. No, and it just opens up the field to a lot more lanes of strategy that teams can use, like to your point.
Owens with the kickoff. He's going to try to kick this one deep. First time we've seen him go deep. Hernandez on the return. As it looks like he's got a hole, but he's going to run right into number 5, Sutton Fitch. I don't know why I have to keep looking at the roster to see his name. I've said his name so many times tonight. Sutton Fitch. I feel like we didn't say his name much at all in the first quarter. No. A little bit in the second quarter. In the second half, he's been all over the field.
Yeah, definitely stepped it up in this half. Getting more stats on the stat sheet for himself.
.146 left here in the fourth quarter. For the Bulldogs as they begin their possession on the 49. This will be Cy Walker at quarterback once again, joining the backfield by number 22, Carson Williams. Walker, bad snap once again. First time, actually, I take that back. I think that's the first bad snap that Kimberly's had. There's been a couple that had rolled to Titus Vitlak on the other side for Fruitland. And Walker able to get back to the line of scrimmage to minimize the damage. 1:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Once again, please stay with us after for a player of the game announcement presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Cy Walker, once again joined by Williams, trips up top. He's going to hand it off to Williams. Williams, again, just a good burst of energy as he goes through the line, breaks several tackles. Man, I like this kid.
Yeah, he has some wheels, too. As soon as he got that ball, he was gone. And just took it down right into Fruitland, I should say.
Yeah, I would like to see them. They've only got 30 seconds left. I'd imagine they'll do the same thing again. And I almost wish that I had seen more of Williams throughout this ballgame. I will be back to broadcast another Kimberly game here in a few weeks, and I'm excited to see if Williams is a part of it again. That's going to be pass interference. Kind of unnecessary there by number 17, Aaron Walker, as it looked like it was Barrett trying to come back to the ball. As that will extend the game just one more play, more than likely.
Just a little too handsy, trying to stop that route, prevent the catch.
Walker on the 30-yard line. We've seen him give his arm strength. I'm not sure he can throw it quite 30 yards. Maybe they'll try to get a chunk play here. They do have 2 timeouts. Not sure if they would take one in this case, down by as much as they are. As Walker will drop back to pass, and he's going to look deep. This is Barrett. Oh, just through his arms. Good attempt. Kind of went right through his arm, and that was a good defensive play. We'll shout him out this time, Aaron Walker, number 17, making up for the penalty on the last play.
Yeah, good play right there for the defense on Fruitland.
Looks like Walker's going to come out. Osterman will come back into the game. Didn't think we'd see him again, but maybe one last hoist to the end zone is what Osterman will give, as there is 6 seconds left on the clock. Osterman will throw deep to Barrett, and Barrett's going to come down with it at the 2 or 3. Great catch. That's going to be the ball game, though, as the Fruitland Grizzlies take down the Kimberly Bulldogs and get revenge on their semifinal defeat last year by a score of 49-13. Stay with us after the short break for your player of the game. Stay with us.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
Welcome back after this great performance by the Fruitland Grizzlies to defeat the Kimberly Bulldogs by a score of 49-13. Just a little bit of a scoring summary. It all started back with 10:01 in the first quarter with a 5-yard run by Titus Vidlak, followed by a 9-yard pass from Beckstead to Barrett for Kimberly, and then a 60-yard pass from Vidlak to Spencer Tracy. 75-yard pass from Osterman on his first possession to Barrett for a second touchdown for Barrett. 12-yard rushing touchdown from Tracy. And just before the second quarter ended, 2 touchdown passes from Vidlak to Philpott. In the second half, it was only Fruitland that scored with a 27-yard rushing touchdown by Titus Vidlak and a 1-yard rushing touchdown from Owens. The only thing left for us to do is to award our player of the game. Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. Tyson, who's our player of the game tonight?
It is Titus Vidlak. If you couldn't tell, going through that rundown of scores, his name showed up a bunch. Going for the 60-yard pass touchdown to Tracy, and then a 12-yard rush in the second, along with another 34-yard pass and another 11-yard pass, and a 22-yard rush to end in the third. And he is our player of the game, showing his versatility, running and passing this game, obviously, and then a little bit on the defensive side as well, but definitely proving why he is was the offensive player of the year last year, and more to come from him. Only a junior, as well, as we noted earlier, so a lot of exciting things to come out of that for Titus Vidlak and the Fruitland.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Fruitland Grizzlies, they have a great outlook on the season. Once again, next week we'll be at Emmett. And for Kimberly, they will look to get back on track versus Layton Christian Academy here at home. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, which is Idaho College Savings Program, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This has been an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night along with Magic Valley Game Night. Special thanks to Athletic Director Zach Dong and everyone here at Kimberly High School for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game presented by Idaho Office of Highway Safety, Titus Vidlak. Thanks again for joining us as the Fruitland Grizzlies take down the